Welcome back to our channel, all about simplifying the Jewish life. And today in this part 4 of the Shabbat Shalom series, we're going to prepare Shabbat in 1 hour. This video is a collab with my friend Sonia from the channel Sonia's Prep. See below for her handle. She does content on prepping and cleaning. After this video, please go and say hi and subscribe to her channel. She is amazing. If you like this kind of content all about simplifying the Jewish life, please consider subscribing. We do upload new content every week. So let's jump into it. All the recipes will be in the description box below. Drizzle your salmon with olive oil, sprinkle it with your spice mixture, then place it in a cold oven at 400 Fahrenheit for 30 minutes. Take some ripe mangoes and then cube them. Once that they are cubed, you're going to add some parsley. If you have fresh parsley, great, and if not, just dry parsley. Then you're gonna add some onions. If you use red onions, it's going to add a dash of color. Add some crushed garlic, some olive oil. You can add as well some lemon juice or lime juice to give it a little kick. But if you find that your mangoes are too tart, please add a bit of honey. It will balance everything out. Give it a good stir and refrigerate it until you're ready to serve. We're going to prepare carrots 2 ways. We're going to peel them and cut them. The first one will be simply to grate them. If you had a food processor, please use it. And we're going to add some balsamic vinegar, some olive oil, salt, pepper, and then we're going to toss it, mix it, and we're going to reserve it when we're ready to eat it. With the rest of the carrots, we are going to cut them and put them in a steam basket. We are going to put about 2 cups of water at the bottom of the pan, and then we're going to add the carrots. We will also add about 2 teaspoons of salt on top of the carrot, just to make it more flavorful. Then we're going to put it on our stovetop for about 5 to 10 minutes, depending on the thickness of our carrots. We are going to prepare a beet salad today. To prepare the beets, we're going to cut the top and the bottom part of the beet as well as split them in 2. Once that you will have done that, you will cover them in aluminum foil. Don't forget to put the dull side outside. This way will allow the beet to cook much faster, and you are going to just set them away for the moment on a cooking sheet. We're going to make some babaganouj, and first we have to select the best eggplant. Make sure that it's dark in color and that the bottom part is very narrow. Once that you have selected the best eggplant, cut it in 2 and then make some slits inside the eggplant and insert some garlic. That is a very important step to make sure that your eggplant is perfumed with amazing taste. You're going to then drizzle it or baste it with some olive oil and flip it face down on a cookie sheet. The beauty of this Shabbat meal prep is that we're going to put many items at the same time. So we are going to put some bell peppers that we will as well baste with olive oil. At this point, the salmon is ready and you can see how beautiful and flaky it is. Now that our oven is empty, we are going to put the eggplant, the bell peppers, as well as the beets inside the oven, and it's already set at 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're going to leave it for 30 to 45 minutes depending on the thickness of the beets. Our steamed carrots are ready, and we're going to test their readiness by inserting a knife into it. If it penetrates easily, then it's ready. We're going to rinse the carrot with very cold water to stop the cooking process, and then we're going to keep them in the steaming basket but put them in a bowl to let them drain and completely cool off until we're ready to season them. Once completely cooled off, we're going to place them in a mixing bowl. We're going to add a simple vinaigrette with some olive oil, lemon juice, garlic, salt, pepper, and cumin, and we are going to simply toss it and leave it in the fridge until we're ready to serve. One of our favorite salad, the celery root salad on Shabbos. You are simply going to cut it in pieces, then peel it. Then you're going to rinse it to take away all the earthy residue. And then you're going to put it in a food processor, add a bit of lemon juice on it, as well as a nice mayo dressing, and you're all set to go. We're going to take a break from our salad preparation and we're going to jump into the meat preparation. You're going to take some ground beef. You're going to add a mixture of spices as well as some garlic and onions. You're going to drizzle it with some olive oil as well as some water. It's very important to mix it. Once that it's mixed, you are going to create a well in the middle of the meat and you're going to add about 3 to 4 egg yolks. The egg yolks are there to act as a binding agent to make sure that the meatballs stay nice and firm throughout the cooking process. Don't forget to wet your hands with oil or water to form the meatballs. Once that the meatballs are formed, you are going to immerse them in seasoned water. It's important for the water to be boiling heavily for the cooking to take place and for the meatballs not to fall apart. After 18 minutes, you're going to remove the meatballs from the boiling water. You will let the cooking water continue boiling until it thickens. Once that it thickens, you can cover your meatballs with this scrumptious sauce. As side dishes, we're going to make some couscous. You won't believe how easy it is. You're going to pour the amount of couscous that you need, drizzle a bit of oil, make sure that every particle of couscous is covered with oil, add a bit of salt, and mix again, then add some boiling water a bit above the height of the couscous. Give it a good mix, cover it, and that's it. The second side dish is so easy you won't believe it. Take some green beans. If you have time to brown some onions, do it. Otherwise, take some frozen onions, then drizzle some oil, add a bit of salt, and then mix it. Cover it, label it, and that's it. Serve it, put it on the hot plate or the plata before Shabbat, and you're going to be all set. We're going to prepare the dafina, or the SEFARDI version of a cholent. We're going to put some cut potatoes at the bottom of the crock pot, and then we're going to add a sweet potato and eggs. Add as many eggs as you have participant to the meal. That's our rule of thumb. Then add some meat. The key to have a great dafina is to layer the ingredients. Then add some spices, some cumin, some paprika, some garlic. Then you're going to add a bit of oil as well as salt. Don't forget that you can also spice it up with some hot spices to add a little kick. Then add some oil. On the side, you're going to prepare the rice that you will have verified beforehand. You can look on the card above on how to verify your rice. You're going to add again paprika, salt, and garlic. Then a bit of oil, and you are going to add a proportion of 1:1 water for the amount of rice. Then you're going to close the bag and put it on the rest of the dafina. You're going to add your chickpeas on top. You're going to spice them again for them to be so tasty, and you will add water. It depends when you set your crock pot. If you set it just a few minutes before Shabbat is entering, then add maybe half of the water. But if you do it in the morning, then by all means fill it up all the way to the top. Let everything simmer on low until the next morning and enjoy an amazing dafina. Now the vegetables are ready and we're going to take them out of the oven. We're going to place the peppers right away in a container for them to sweat a little bit, for them to be easier to be peeled once that they are completely cooled off. Right away we're going to take our eggplant, put it in the sieve. We're going to let it drain a little bit. Keep the skin on for the moment, no problem. And you can play around a little bit with the eggplant for it to drain faster. We are going to unpack the beets and make sure that they are ready, and for that we're going to insert a fork inside the beet. If it inserts itself very easily, then it's ready. We are going to cut the beets. I'm going to use this handy dandy tool. I'm going to leave the link in the description box below. And once that we have completely cubed all of the beets, we are going to season it with olive oil, lemon, salt, pepper, cumin, a dash of sugar, as well as balsamic vinegar. You're going to toss everything together and you are going to be ready to serve it. We are going to make a grilled bell pepper salad. We are going to use the peppers that we have prepared previously. Because we let them sweat for a little bit, we are going to be able to peel off the skin so easily. Once that the skin is off, we are going to cut them in long pieces and add the dressing made of olive oils, lemon, garlic, salt, pepper, as well as to garnish it with some olives. A Shabbat preparation could not be complete without some Babaganoush. So after emptying the content of the eggplant, and you can see how much water there was into the bowl, you're going to season it with mayo, trina, salt, pepper, garlic, and then some parsley. You're going to be able to mix everything together and it's ready to serve. We kept the best for last with our easy but scrumptious dessert. We're going to take some strawberries, cut the head of the strawberry, and then immerse them in water. You're going to make sure that there's no bug in it. You're going to melt some chocolate, dip the strawberries in the chocolate, put a little bit of sprinkles here and there, and you are ready to go and prepare your ice cream. For your homemade ice cream, you will need 4 ingredients and some ice cubes. That's it. You will put the smaller Ziploc bag inside a container to be able to hold all the different ingredients. We're going to start with the milk. I'm using some Ripple milk. This is the milk with which I had the best results. Then I'm going to add some sugar, some vanilla extract, and this is a good point as well for you to add some strawberry syrup or any flavored syrup you want. You're going to close the bag. You're going to make sure that it's very well closed, and then you're going to put in the bag with the ice cubes some kosher salt. The kosher salt is there to lower the freezing point of the ice. Then afterwards, you're going to make sure that the smaller Ziploc bag is nice and closed, because otherwise, believe me, you're going to have some accidents. You're going to place everything together and then you're going to start shaking it. It takes about 5 minutes to have an ice cream, and of course, if it's too cold, just put the bag in a tea towel. You will continue the process until the ice is nice and firm. I usually put it back in the freezer for about 30 minutes and then I have a perfectly formed and firm ice cream. Enjoy la brioute! I hope that this video was useful for you, that you've learned new ways to prepare Shabbat. Please consider subscribing. We do upload new content every week. It helps us grow as a channel and helps us reach more and more people. Until next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and don't forget to frum it up.